Hi, Rob Runacres from the Renaissance Sword Club. Today I want to talk a little bit about this, the Targa, which I suppose can best be described as a trapezoidal buckler, if that's not too much of a mouthful. The sources for this we use are Di Grassi, Marozzo and Manciolino, but of course what I would be talking about is an interpretation, so people are going to have other views on this. So let's have a look at the weapon itself, or rather the shield itself. You can see here it's got a wave structure. It has a longer edge than here, and at the back what we've got is a simple handle with two discs there. Now some people think these two discs are so it can be ambidextrous. It may be. We think it's so when you place your hand in you can angle by pressing on the discs. So just going to pick up a sword and we'll have a look at how to use this. So the first thing I'd say is that whilst you can accept a cut here like you would a buckler, the thing about a buckler is it's got a boss, and the boss really helps to dissipate force. This does dissipate force, but I think it does it better if you catch it on the edges. So you can catch it like so. You could catch it like this, but it's probably not best, it's going to bend your hand, or you can capture it there with thumbs down. If you have one of the original Targa, and you'd be very lucky to, you would be possibly made of wood with leather, and I think that's because the incoming sword would be caught on the flat, would bite into it, and that would allow you to riposte in turn. Of course, a lot of these are metal. Some of them have got raised wires on them as well. There's been arguments about whether that's to trap a blade, could be just to absorb impact as well. Okay, so cutting with this is you can cut along the edge here, and you can angle it as you cut. I'm not performing brilliant cuts here, I appreciate this is a demonstration, but I think what's happening here is A, the edges guide you, but also the trapezoidal shape helps. So here you're coming from a narrow edge, that angles down there and it's just guided, and again this guiding down here into your target. You'll know that I've been holding it a little bit out like so. I wouldn't hold it flat like this, because if you've got something incoming, I'll just tuck my sword underneath, it's going to twist it if you capture it like so. To actually accept a cut, I would suggest you angle it towards the cut coming in, so it just nicely captures like so. You can also have it like that, but I suggest more like this. Don't allow your wrist to go too far down, otherwise the cut is going to travel right the way up there. So just accept it like so. As I say, you can capture it like this if you so desire, but I would angle it, I would argue. Now, this is the thing that we really feel in the club is it may be an idea to not think of this simply as a weirdly shaped buckler. Try and think of it as a dagger, perhaps a dagger with several points or several blades. Reason being, this nice outward curve here is really useful if you point it towards the opponent, and you can use it to trap the incoming attack if they're using a thrust, or if you're moving in on them to actually divert the sword. I'll just show you from the side here. You can see you can push it out with this bottom one preferably, but you can also do it, if you so desire, with the top angle. In theory, it's possible to turn it at this point, perhaps channel the blade down. So you can see we're very much a sword and dagger club because we're approaching it from that angle. But it is interesting that in a lot of the treatises they finish with a thrust, and I do wonder if by capturing it, this being a swifter movement than the cut is a possible reason for it. So anyway, that concludes just some really brief thoughts on using the Targa. It is a really fascinating shield to actually, or buckler to play around with. Thoroughly recommend it, and again, Malleus Martialis made these. Really recommend you visit their websites and have a go. Cheers.